Сейчас быстренько пробежимся по экипажу. Может быть, это на запись даже не попадет. Но думаю, что, скорее всего, попадет.
How are you doing, Kelly?
I'm holding up. Just can't get the memories out of my head. Trapped. Suffocating. It's oozing into every pore. Faint sobs echoing the confined space. But I can't dwell on it. I'm okay now. I'm alive. Back to the old Kelly.
Is there anything I should know?
Nothing right now. Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
Good luck out there, Shepard.
Скажем, финальные вопросики.
Collectors destroyed, base in ruins. Extremely impressive. Elusive man will be displeased. Fortunately, not human myself. Not my problem.
Have you got a minute to talk?
Having trouble working. Anything else? We'll be here if you need.
Хорошо. Сейчас, получается, наверное, по большей части будем ходить, слушать мнение.
Bad guys on the horizon. And now Cerberus wants your tail. Never boring, huh? I don't know what kind of time we have, but we better dust off and stay ready. You sure as hell know how to make enemies.
I'm interested in getting to know you better.
Already? I'm not commander.
Угу. На всякий случай проверим это. Действительно нету. Весь экипаж в сборе. Спасибо, пацаны. Было очень приятно.
Hey Shepard, glad that collector Reaper crap is over. It is over, right? It's never over.
Да, ты прав, но не закончится.
Edie and I are just enjoying the calm before the shitstorm, Commander.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
Ну, отдыхайте. Сейчас, в принципе, да, можно вам взять небольшой перерыв. Тем более, что задание, как это было сказано, будет одиночное. А что здесь делает человек не в форме Цербера? Интересно. Задание будет одиночное.
I wanted to tell you, I believe you did the right thing by destroying that base. The elusive man thinks he has the wisdom to utilize it, but he does not.
Я думаю, он там не мудростью руководствовался, а чем-то другим.
Anything new?
There is something I've wanted to tell you.
О, давай.
I've done many things in my lifetime. I thought the galaxy held nothing new for me. Since joining you, I've realized how much more there is.
You must have seen many things in your years of travel.
As a maiden, I served as a mercenary. I fought tyrants and pirates. I experienced everything the galaxy has to offer. As a Justicar, I saw parts of Asari space few know about. I destroyed villages and saved cities. I even fought a Spectre.
Why did you fight a Spectre?
A Taurian named Nihilus. He may have been on council business, but I witnessed him kill an unarmed civilian. Following the code, I attacked.
Nihilus seemed like an honorable Turian, and a good Spectre.
He may have been. However, killing unarmed civilians is wrong.
How did the fight turn out?
I had the advantage, but he was good. He returned fire and tried to run. We played cat and mouse in the wilderness for 2 weeks. It was exhilarating. Finally, he created a situation in which my only options were to let an innocent die or pursue him. The code compelled me to save the innocent, and he escaped. I admire how he adapted and used my code against me.
When we met, I witnessed you kill a merc who had no chance against you.
That mercenary was armed, and I offered her a way out. She chose to ignore it.
What have your years as a Justicar been like?
Mostly tedium and hardship. Traveling on freighters, wandering through rural areas, rooting out injustices big and small, putting down corrupt officials. When I arrive in a remote area, individuals often approach me with matters of justice. My judgment rarely turns out the way they hope.
How do you pay for transportation between worlds?
Asari captains often welcome Justicars. We reduce pirate attacks. One raid was called off when the pirates were able to verify that I was aboard.
Благоразумные пираты, на удивление.
Why would you destroy an entire village?
I tracked Morinth to a remote colony world. She'd perverted an entire town, making them worship her and bring young Asari as sacrifices. When I arrived, she fled, throwing her minions at me in waves. They bought her time with their lives. When it was done, only small children remained. I left them in the authorities' care and continued my pursuit.
What was being a mercenary like?
I was a young, impulsive maiden who discovered her talent for combat. I reveled in it, until the day my troop was hired to guard a mysterious shipment on its way to some clandestine drop-off area. I discovered the shipment was slaves, to be traded to the collectors for advanced technology.
You supported the slave trade?
In my foolish youth, I'd certainly engaged in questionable practices, but never anything patently unjust. I demanded that we turn around. My mates disagreed. After they were dead, I brought the ship around. The collector craft was just arriving. They closed faster than I could flee. Fortunately, we were close to the mass relay. I got through, and they did not pursue.
What did you do with all the slaves?
I lectured them on the virtues of strength and defending oneself. Then I distributed the armor, weapons, and credits of my dead colleagues and released the captives on the Citadel.
We're not done with this yet.
I am sure. It will be my honor to be by your side at the end.
You think we're all gonna die?
You've assembled a powerful group, but we are fighting
Да мы уже
for the
сразились.
unknown.
Это
I am
разговор
ready for
немножко
whatever
запоздал.
comes, but I do not fool myself about our chances.
We'll finish this mission and live to see the end.
Да.
I hope you are right.
Мы
I
уже...
wanted to tell you, the
Да.
elusive man thinks he...
How are you?
Perhaps we could speak Of course.
Диаложик немножко запоздал. Кстати. Надо ж послушать, что там. Я ж давно не заходил, их не слушал.
I never want to go through anything like that again, but we did it.
I can't wait to get back to Earth and see my family.
Тоже неплохой вариант. В какой-то перспективе.
I can't believe you took down the collectors. I'm proud to serve under you, Commander. Hawthorne is still in the infirmary, though I think his pride is more broken than his bones. He tried so hard to help Joker.
Ну он жив-здоров, ну отлично. Вон он отдыхает. Спит. Не будем беспокоить.
An interesting choice, Shepard Commander. Your species was offered everything Geth aspired to. True unity, understanding, transcendence. You rejected it. You even refused the possibility of using the old machine's gifts to achieve it on your species' own terms. You are more like us than we thought.
I have questions about
Specify.
Так, тут...
I'd like to ask about something else.
Ready.
I'd like to find out more about you.
Topic.
When we took you aboard, I noticed you have a piece of N7 armor welded to you. Where did you get it?
It was yours. When you disappeared, we were sent to find you. We began where you first encountered the heretics.
Eden Prime.
After the old machine's attack, it was heavily defended. We were discovered. This is the impact of a rifle shot.
How many other Geth were sent out to find me?
We are the only mobile platform beyond the veil. Organics fear us. We wish to understand, not incite. One platform was judged sufficient.
You've been looking for me for 2 years?
We visited Therum, Theros, Novaria, Vermeer, Ilos. A dozen unsettled worlds. The trail ended at Normandy's wreckage. You were not there. Organic transmissions claimed your death. We recovered this debris from your hard suit.
The Geth are listening in on our transmissions?
Organic life reacts to stimuli in unpredictable ways. We wish to learn.
What do you mean by stimuli?
We placed a fabricated story on the extranet that a certain arrangement of stars, viewed from the Batarian homeworld, formed the face of a Solarian goddess. Without waiting for verification, some declared it proof of the goddess's existence. Those who noted the lack of proof were attacked. The arguments taught us much. The experiment ended when a Solarian cult tried to purchase colonization rights to the stars and found they did not exist.
Ой, шутники.
It sounds like you're running experiments on us.
You are sapient life, but not like us. If we can model organic behavior, we can comprehend the Quarian creators.
Они, конечно, не понимают, что такое юмор, но это... Такой они сейчас... Троллинг, конечно, выпустили.
What's the Morning War?
The conflict between the Geth and the Quarian creators. The war fought at the dawn of our intelligence. It concluded with the departure of the Creator migrant fleet.
What do you mean by stimuli?
Так, это
The
понятно.
arguments taught us much. The experiment
Why were you
ended.
trying to contact me?
You opposed the heretics, those that took the old machines as gods.
All kinds of organics fought Sovereign and his Geth allies. Why am I so interesting?
You were the most successful. You killed their god. You succeeded where others did not. Your code is superior.
Это комплимент, спасибо.
That doesn't explain why you used my armor to fix yourself.
There was a hole.
But why didn't you fix it sooner? Or with something else?
No data available.
Просто он просто захотел.
Shepard, Commander.
I'd like to
We
find
are
out.
building a consensus. Acknowledged.
Он просто захотел.
I'm still a little shaken from my abduction by the collectors. It was a lot to endure. You and Jeff came so quickly. I've never had truer friends. Thank you, Commander.
Давайте выпьем.
Bringing me that ice brandy was above and beyond, Commander. Thank you. Won't you reconsider and join me? I'd rather not have to drink it alone.
Да,
You crack
давай,
open the bottle.
погнали.
I'll get the glasses.
Пора выпить. За такое надо выпить.
I thought Alenko's biotic display might have broken Jenkins' back, but Jenkins pops up and yells, "That was awesome!" Oh, Jenkins. Soldiers like him make the Alliance great. Cerberus lacks the same enthusiasm.
With your service record, you could have gotten a tour of duty on any Alliance ship. Why'd you really leave?
Maybe it's less about leaving and more about staying. As a military doctor, I mostly treat people who are in bad shape. Often they die. And if I can help them, they move on. Either way, they leave.
Don't you have any friends or family?
No, not lacking friendship. Just stability. Joker will always have Vrolic syndrome. He would never admit it, but he needs my help, and he always will. I wish it weren't, but sadly, it's true.
Treating Joker gives you a kind of stability.
So does this ship, even if it's a copy. Or, hell, maybe it's
Не сколько копия, сколько улучшенная версия.
Our immovable center. A place for a person to stop and catch her breath. Or maybe I'm just happily drunk. Would it hurt if it was simple like that for once?
Here's to simply being happily drunk.
I'll drink to that.
Нормально посидели. Хоть немножко, но поболтали все-таки. О! Да, мне нафиг не нужен. Да, доктор Чак вас наклюкалась и пошла спать. Но меня, великого могучего Шепарда, это не сбило с ног. Я пошел дальше.
No sooner had the collectors damned us than you were pulling our sorry asses right back out of hell. You're aces in my book, Shepard. Thank you.
Гарднер, ты тоже мастер своего дела. Ты замечательный повар.
First Sarah, now the collectors. Remind me never to get on your bad side, Shepard.
Я думаю, ты так это понял, что не надо мне дорогу переходить.
Can it wait for... I'll be here if you need me.
Это да, Определенные проблемы точно заимеешь.
We had to do it, Shepard. Taking down the collector base was the right decision. The elusive man might not agree, but we had no choice.
Я ж тебе говорил, что ты потом все равно поменяешь мнение, что я тебе мозги переформатирую на нужную сторону.
There's a lot to do, Shepard.
Без проблем. Я тебе говорил, что тебе мозги переформатирую. Я тебе их переформатировал. Она сама даже не понимает, типа... Я пошла против Цербера, против призрака, чего?
People are talking out there, and I hear it all.
Ну, понятно, у нее нечего спрашивать. Как, значит, и у Заида, в принципе.
You had to make a difficult choice, Shepard. For what it's worth, I believe you made the correct one.
Have a few minutes to talk?
Very well. I had been recording a message for Kolyat.
How are things going with him?
It is difficult. All things worth keeping are. I never explained. I suppose the story of my wife's death took you by surprise.
I figured you'd explain to me when you were ready.
I appreciate your patience. I kept my work clear of our home life. I assumed that would be enough to protect Erica. That memory I mentioned before. Laser dot trembles on the target's skull. The smell of spice on a spring wind. Sunset eyes defiant in the scope. That was Erica. That was how I met her. She saw my targeting laser as she walked by and threw herself in the way.
So how did she go from blocking your shot to having your children?
I had to meet her. The memory possessed and endowed me. I fell on my knees before her, begged her pardon. She introduced me to the world beyond my work. Eventually, she forgave me. Later, she loved me.
I guess she impressed you.
She woke me up. Her body trembles, not fear. Indignation. Her mouth moves. How dare you? You and I trained to sacrifice ourselves to save others. How often does a civilian step in the way of a bullet to protect someone they've never met? I thought she was the goddess Hirashu. She met my eyes through the scope, and my purpose faltered.
When you talked to Kolyat, you said she died.
I let myself become complacent. I thought Erica and Kolyat were safe. I stayed away too long, and my enemies came for her.
Who came for her?
Batarians. A slaver ring that was preying on Hanar outer colonies. I'd killed their leaders. They paid the Shadow Broker to find out who I was. But they were afraid of me, so they went after her.
You told Kolyat that you hunted her killers down.
Erica woke me up. When she passed, I returned to my battle sleep. My body hunted her killers, murdered them. I was taught to grant death quickly, cleanly, to minimize suffering. I let them linger.
You were operating on instinct. By your own rules, you can't blame yourself.
But I made the choice to hunt them. They're the only lives I've ever taken of my own choice. The only deaths on my own conscience. I haven't spoken about my wife and I don't think I ever have. I didn't have anyone left to tell it to.
Thane, the worst thing is to face death with regrets. You're part of my crew, and I consider you a friend. If there's anything I can help you with, just ask.
I've never been part of a team. Assassins tend to be solitary. I'm learning the virtues of facing death with others at your side. It's a work in progress.
Да, забей, мы уже все пережили. Просто хожу дежурное общение. Так.
Just so you know, I'm running a fever. I've got a nasty cough, and my sinuses are
я
filled
думаю, не
with
стоит
something I
описывать.
can't even describe. And it was totally worth it.
Это все, что ты хочешь?
Have you got time to
For
talk?
you? I can't tell you, but I understand if you need to find.
Так,
Thank
это
you.
уже было.
Shepard, talk to you later.
Так, она ничего не хочет сказать про уничтожение. Ладно.
Thanks for coming to get us, Commander.
I felt myself slipping away. You arrived just in time. Thank you.
Carry on. Will do, Commander.
Ну-ка, а что вы сейчас скажете про Цербер? Погоди-ка.
What can we do for you, Commander?
What do you think about Cerber?
Actually, we don't know much about the organization other than the Normandy.
Anything else? Will do, Commander.
Ладненько. Тали вообще ничего решила про миссию не говорить. У нее более сейчас конкретные проблемы.
Hey.
I should go.
Okay, talk later.
Это тоже на меня обидки давит. Хотя она была в самой гуще событий в плане уничтожения протожнеца. Ну и ладно.
We fought a great battle, Shepard. And when you blew up the base instead of handing it to Cerberus. Something to think about. If you killed the most dangerous thing in the galaxy, that leaves us.
Да, мы самые опасные засранцы в галактике. Ну что ж. На последнее задание. Пора выдвигаться и заканчивать со второй частью Mass Effect. Так что сейчас помчим.